Well, how about that? I ain't gonna take up no more time, y'all. You already know what time it is. Left for some people to get up in here before I get started. And while they do, I'm just gonna give my disclaimer. Everything is alleged in my opinion. Also, under the fair use, I'll be using different content. There may be vulgar language and things as such. And yeah, I'm just gonna give my opinion on this situation. So let's get into this. As Diddy has been making headlines lately, um, about the situation with Cassie, and we're not gonna go into much detail about that because everyone is talking about it. It's everywhere. How he did her, and I don't feel as though because I actually made a video yesterday when it first happened. When CNN first released the information, and then I took it down because I feel as though we are giving him exactly what he wants. Because at the point that this can be spread around the internet, and she has to constantly relive this, and it has no criminal standing, like no, he cannot be held accountable for this. But all he can do is have to do is give a fake apology, and just have his image kind of tarnished a bit. I don't feel as though I want to really do too much about the Diddy situation because it makes him a god, in a sense, because everyone is talking about him, and it's just like him taunting her. Yeah, the feds are the one to release this so long. It's been so long because he bought the tape and everything like that. But I feel as though he who controls the media, excuse me, he who controls the media controls the masses. And y'all, while this is all going on, Joe Biden is actually up for impeachment. He's on trial right now, and they don't want us to focus on that. So CNN then drops this, and they know it was too late because it didn't fault. A lot of more other people fault. So as far as a criminal point, nothing's really gonna really come of this. It's just everybody gonna have to cancel him. But as Diddy has made the headlines, Chrisean Rock is also in the headlines, and that's why we're here. Because remember when Chrisean Rock had went to the party, his 53rd birthday party, and she spoke out about how, let me go to recently uploaded so y'all can see that she's being talked about when it comes to Diddy as well, and being caught into this besides just her birth certificate. A lot of people are saying she dodged a bullet because he was trying to recruit her. So let's get to that part. And we'll watch this video and pretty much let her tell it, and we're gonna break it down. If y'all don't want to hear me talking on my own channel, please go find it elsewhere. Um, as y'all coming in, please do hit that like button. That way it helps me get into the algorithm. We could keep this message moving. All right, because young ladies, be careful because it's a way that abusers pick their victims. And Chrisean Rock would have been like a number one victim for him, like the ideal person for him, if she wasn't under a spell with Blueface. We're gonna get into all of that. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all, welcome when y'all come in. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the comments, and we'll have open dialogue. I'm gonna read off the comments at the end, so make sure y'all dropping y'all comments. All right, that like button. And just because they got music in here, I'm not gonna play all of it.
I don't know. I just sat in the bed.
And y'all, this the same bed that young comedian came out. It was like he had been, Diddy had bent him over on it. And I'm saying allegedly because I wasn't there. But Chrisean, you know what goes on in that bed? Do you go home to your baby? Like, girl, they be freaking off in that bed. How often do you think they taking that off and washing it? But this person right here, whoever this is, takes me out because they put their whole face and see stains. Ain't no telling what's on that bed. Like, whole face in the bed. I'm gonna turn this off, but here you go. Diddy kissing on Chrisean Rock. She say, bro was giving me my flowers. I was just so all. Thank you. Bless up at Diddy. Love, love, love. Look, why you can give me your flowers without touching me. Okay, you give me a flowers without kissing me, embracing me. Chrisean was genuinely nervous. See, she could play all that tough stuff with Blueface, and that's more her level. Now Diddy is a 53. This is a predator. How come we don't call a predator out when we see them? Why we don't deal with predators when they present themselves? Because he actually preyed on Chrisean Rock. Diddy knows what's going on in the industry. Diddy knows, what she's doing with Blueface. Diddy knows what's going on YouTube as far as her fighting him, as far as her charges, as far as what she's willing to do, how she shows her body. Has no, shame in showing her body when she performing in her videos. So she was like definitely a ideal victim for him. And so I believe they invited her out because at the time, her and Blueface wasn't seeing eye to eye. So he then decided, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to swoop in because he felt as though it's worked with young women in the past. Look at Cassie. He was able to take different women from their men, like Kim Porter, like just different situations where he was able to take women away from men because of his power or how he, was able to make things happen and disappear and nobody speak of it. And so a lot of people in the industry was afraid of Diddy. And so if the women decided they was gonna go ahead and deal with him, they didn't put up no fuss. Sometimes I even heard that he would pay for the women. And that's considered trafficking if you will look at it that way, to pay for someone. And so I don't know if I can say that, but so he looked at Chrisean like, okay, you're willing to show your body. You can make me money. You're willing to fight. You're willing to go to jail. You're willing to, you know, traffic drugs. So you will be good on my team. So he decides to send Young Miami in her direction. So let's continue on with this. But I just feel as though this is a predator. You had no reason to touch her. You can give her flowers without touching her, without putting your mouth on her. Ain't no telling where your mouth been. Y'all think about it. He be out doing all them parties allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He like men and women. He said out his own mouth. It just depends on his mood, what he into. And he's kissing on her. And she take that home to her family, her baby. Like, come on, let's keep moving, y'all. Let's keep moving for y'all get upset. Y'all hit me with the like button, please. Double, triple smash that so we can get it to the algorithm so more people can get into it. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the comments. I'm not gonna play this because it does have music in it. So I'm just wanting y'all to see. She took that. I mean, and it is P Diddy. It is P Diddy. So she took that as star. She was starstruck. Okay, so this is her out at the party, partying with the stars. And as you can see, that lady was trying to hide her face. She didn't even want to be known that she was, and they was gassing her up. They was gassing her up. And I really feel as though Young Miami not the only one that knew about what was going on, that knew about the play. I feel as though a lot of people, and I'm gonna get into it because I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna break it down. So this is her seeing what Chrisean Rock is comfortable with, and oh, they just dancing. But no, you have to think about it. This girl deals with Diddy, who deals with orgies, and they do all kind of stuff. So Chrisean might have just been dancing with this girl, but this girl was looking at it like, oh yeah, I got her. She an easy one. I'm about to make sure, because think about it. When you have like a polygamous relationship, most likely the women go out and get the other woman. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the men does it. Like they get the woman to go out and kind of like bring the other woman in. So that's what Young Miami was doing in this. She was just, seeing what she was open to, seeing what she was willing to do, how far she was willing to go. So it may seem like an innocent dance. Oh, that's just what girls do. But she was actually checking Chrisean's temperature. She was trying to see what Chrisean was at, what she was with. Like, oh, she probably was saying, oh, yeah, she down. Like, let's just keep getting her drunk. Let's just keep having her drink and smoke. And let me just keep pushing up on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm Young Miami. We did it. This our party. So you already know she was feeling herself. And so she was, she was walking around like queen of her throne. And so whatever they wanted, she was going to make sure it happened. Y'all make sure as y'all coming in, y'all hitting that like button. Um, so yeah, this is all that is. It's her checking her temperature and seeing if Chrisean is with it. Now I want y'all to watch this. Now watch Lemuel and I can't really think. What's this child name? Janisha, something like that. Watch them how they lead her back to Young Miami. All right. And walk off. He pushed them over there. And she her so she could go back to dancing with her. To get her back because she was the star of the show. She was the one for the night. They was like, yeah, we gonna get Chrisean Rock. Do y'all imagine them sitting up plotting on her? And shout out to AUC for this content. Just imagine, like that's weird because y'all sat back there and y'all prayed on that girl. And I don't feel as though it should be like swept under the rug. All right. So let's get into this video here. Where God comes out says that they tried to recruit her as a worker. Because this is nothing new. Because not only did she come out, but Clarissa came out and said, so let's watch Carissa, because y'all text me in the comment about her name, and I always get her name wrong for some reason. Carissa speak on it and let her get a tea, because at the end of the day, Carissa is a mama bear. So her maternal instincts is going to kick in at all times. Okay. Whether people like Carissa or not, she still has this motherly um presence, even though she say stuff off the wall, and most likely it be true. Because Carissa don't mind, y'all. Y'all know she don't mind airing out the truth. Y'all know she don't mind saying what it is. Y'all know she don't mind who come for her because she just won't come back. So let's just listen to what she had to say. So this is her responding to
if they didn't make it on the
Diddy kissing on
Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock.
If they didn't make it on the West Coast or they didn't have no pass on the West Coast, I didn't know him. He ain't had no pass over here. Remember, he wasn't allowed to be up over here with us. So we ain't got no complaints with that. That's all y'all got that from there. Now, if they start to try to sue 50 Cent ass, I'm gonna make up some shit. If they start throwing one of these Western boys under the bus, baby, if they call Shaq or they call somebody I know that I've been with, that I've been around, I'm gonna make up some shit too. Carissa better start making up some shit. That's what her ass get, talking shit. They was trying to recruit Chrisean. Mm-hmm. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carissa.
Just like she messing up her name, that's how I be messing up her name, Carissa. You hear what she said? They was trying to recruit Chrisean.
What the girl Carissa was trying to recruit Chrisean. That's what Diddy and what the girl Carissa was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think
now y'all might say she hate Chrisean this, she hate Chrisean that. But why would she go and risk her life to say, I believe they were trying to recruit that girl. Why would she risk her life if she is such a hater of Chrisean? I think the thing is, it's so much turmoil between Blueface and his mom, Blueface and Chrisean and Blueface, Chrisean Rock and Carissa, that she just annoyed by the girl. But it's like, she's still like, I'm the adult. You know what I'm saying? And she still kind of looked out for Chrisean. So why do people be going so hard at her? I know y'all feel like she should mind her business a little bit, but as a mother, if this is my son's girlfriend, I'm going to do what I can to lead her in the right direction. I'm going to tell her what needs to be said. This is my grandchild's mother. I'm going to look at her as my daughter, and I'm going to lead. I'm going to advise her and look out for her as such. So this was Carissa saying, like, yo, I believe they were trying to recruit her. And she didn't have to come out and say, don't go over there messing with them. They recruiting you. She just came out and said, I believe they were trying to recruit her. Now, Chrisean take heed to what she say, like she normally does. I think this is why Chrisean kind of backed up, because Carissa was like, yo, they trying to recruit her. And so Chrisean kind of fell back. All right. Because when Carissa said, if that was my baby, I'd be showing his face, then she started showing his face. If that was my, if she, every time Carissa say something, then, here come Chrisean Rock and she do whatever it is that Carissa was talking about. So in this case, it's like, I feel like they were trying to recruit her. That was a warning to Chrisean. That was really a warning to Chrisean. So give her that. She had to come out and say he doing that. He, trying to S-trap you, but I believe that's what he was doing. So
heavily
just take it
trying
for
to
what
get
it
Rock
is,
to
yo.
hang out with them. I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're going to talk about it on this podcast. We're going to get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them mother was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she about, do you love her? Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't. This podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything.
Did y'all ever I don't really follow Carissa that much. I just pretty much see what goes on YouTube. But if anybody like follow her podcast, watch it and everything like that, did she kind of go into more detail or whatever? But I just wanted to put this in here because she did warn her. Like I believe they trying to recruit you. In so many words, she told her. So if y'all know, if she did come out later on, like, and finish in her podcast what she was saying she felt, if she like elaborated on that a little bit more, can y'all let me know in the comments? And I do like to just go over the comments like the next day. Like I'll address any comments that happened tonight and I'll make sure I'm paying attention to them. But I try to make sure I address them. And if I don't address them for the ones that come later, then I'll go ahead and just bring it up in the next video. Please go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So why would y'all think, besides, what she's, I feel like as though Chrisean Rock is a good candidate for what Diddy wanted. But it's the fact that she had already put a spell on Blueface. She's already done the magic on Blueface that she was able to not go that way. And then she used discernment a little bit. All right, so matter of fact, before I get to this video, let me go to this other video because this is where Chrisean Rock kind of addresses the whole situation about trying to recruit her. And I feel like I heard that, y'all let me know, she wanted to fight her as well. She said she wanted to fight in Miami. So y'all let me know if that actually went down or that's a little bit of talk. That was happening. Here we go.
Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a backyard with his backyard with a fat bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever.
And that bed, y'all think about what happens on that bed. That is so nasty. When everybody leave from the regular party, when they leave at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, decent party hours, everybody that stay for the after party, imagine the things that go on that bed that she was on. Like, she should have done her research before she went up there and messed with them people.
Hold up. Did Young Miami really recruit Chrisean to be one of Diddy's side pieces at his freak-off sessions? Chill, just when we thought this whole mess with Diddy couldn't get no messier, Carissa just sent the internet into a frenzy after she spilled the tea about how Young Miami recruited Chrisean to be Diddy's freak-off girl. What's even crazier is that this whole recruiting ring actually goes much deeper than just Young Miami. Apparently, Diddy was also in cahoots with the producer of Baddies, Lamel Plummer, to service him some of the girls from the show. And Chrisean was one of the people that Diddy had his eyes set on. Not only did Carissa reveal this shocking information, but people also did some digging and pulled up some incriminating evidence. There's even a video of Chrisean sounding super traumatized while narrating the whole thing, but people didn't take her seriously at the time because they thought she was just clout chasing. But with everything we know about Diddy now, it looks like he's caused some serious damage to Chrisean as well. Now, in case most of y'all don't know right now, Diddy is in some very hot water. He's facing the possibility of going to jail.
Very hot water, because justice for Cassie. I mean, what we seen Blueface go through, I mean, what Chrisean went through with Blueface is nothing to the extent that Cassie had to really go through. That's just what we seen on the outside. We didn't see what was going on behind closed doors when no one else was watching. I mean, he thought no one else was watching, but for real, when there's no one watching, no telling what he did. And I don't want to get too much attention to him, but I just want to show Chrisean Rock that you really dodged a bullet with this one. Because if you wasn't so strong on Blueface, you would have fell for this. You would have fell for it. He would have picked you out, and if you are lucky. Blueface is the one that brought you into the game. So to be grateful to him is something that you need to do, Chrisean, because he wasn't violent with you until you was violent with him. Okay? And I'm not justifying Blueface behavior. And when WAC 100 came out to speak about what Diddy did to Cassie, I was confused because y'all made money off of this type of situation. Y'all made a lot of money. Y'all kept them together to make a lot of money. And never once did you have that same energy with Blueface when it came to it. So for you to go out, he was like, besides 50 Cent, he was one of the first people to say anything about Diddy. And I appreciate it. He do deserve whatever is coming to him. But at the end of the day, you should have still had this same energy with Chrisean and Blueface, because a lot of the young people seen this and thought this was the way to go because y'all was promoting it. Okay? Y'all was promoting it. You was managing these different things. You was setting it up. Y'all knew what it was. And so, Chrisean, you really eligible. Like, you lucky that it was Blueface that put you on instead of Diddy.
After his house was raided by the feds revealed that the reason why they decided to raid his house was because of all of the trafficking allegations and countless lawsuits that have been filed against him by his alleged victims, with the latest lawsuit being filed by producer Lil Rod. This raid immediately brought more attention to Lil Rod's lawsuit, so people went back to read the transcripts, and that's when they found out just how involved Young Miami was in Diddy's shady business. I mean, we already knew how she helped Diddy essay Lil Rod, but an extended transcript of the lawsuit was recently made public, and she was exposed for also helping him transport substances. Now, if y'all remember, Lil Rod accused Miami of ordering one of her cousins to SA him while he was flat out drunk and hardly able to transport.
Chrisean was known for stealing Blueface's car. Chrisean was known for taking the possession charge for dealing drugs. Chrisean was known in the industry. So this whole peak cocaine, this 2C thing they had going on, he thinking like, oh, she already with that. Look at her record. It's all over the news. And y'all know with social media now, the way these stars do any little thing, it blow up because everybody get to talking about it. So everybody was talking about the fact that she stole Blueface's car. Everybody was talking about the fact that she was dealing drugs. Everybody was talking about the fact that they was fighting. So all this stuff, he liked that. That's the mix of stuff that he liked. These are the girls that do that. And then when they came out and say Chrisean was using drugs, oh yeah, get her over here. Perfect. It's crazy. It's crazy because this is the culprit. Young Miami is a culprit, bro, because she's seeking out young women. She's the one seeking out young women, and they're thinking that it's a lifestyle that they want to live, but they don't know what's really going on behind doors until they're drugged up, until they're pimped out, until they done in. And she don't. Everybody wanted Cassie's spot, but they didn't know what she was going through. So Young Miami couldn't wait for Cassie's spot, like Jack said. You couldn't wait for Cassie to let somebody have her spot. And I can only imagine because Cassie was light skinned. You a little bit darker than Cassie, so you could hold a little bit more without it showing. And so I only imagine what he do to her. He was doing what he was doing to her because, I mean, it couldn't been all roses. I mean, maybe it wasn't long enough. Maybe it wasn't long enough for him to really start showing who he is. But I feel as though it happens quick. The switch happens quick before they know it. And the thing is, they don't want to get out the lifestyle. They don't want to hand over the lifestyle, so they stay You know what I'm saying? And then some of them stay out of fear because you seen with Cassie, she was trying to leave, and he did that to her. So I'm not victim shaming at all. But what I'm saying when it comes to Young Miami, because I have to believe the same thing that Diddy had Cassie doing as far as recruiting and looking for, xworkers to come and perform in these freak offs. He had you doing the same thing. And he was using you too. So believe it. I won't be surprised if we start seeing fans of them come out and saying like something happened to me. I don't really remember or something like that, but I just remember being with them. Or I don't know, they make them sign an NDA or whatever. But this is all I don't know if I can say a prostitution ring and uh uh H trafficking ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they, like Jack say, they make them look happy when it's time to get on camera. They make them look happy, but they're not really happy. Let's get back into the video.
Substance.
And I'm gonna go live for a little bit. However long I end up staying on here, I'm just gonna get all of it out because sometimes, y'all, I be want to do a live, but I'll be like, you know what? I don't even want to do it, but I know I be needing to do it.
Now, if y'all remember, Lil Rod accused Miami of ordering one of her cousins to SA him while he was flat out drunk and hardly able to defend himself. According to court documents, Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom while he was inside, at which point she allegedly started groping him and performing oral acts with
her own cousin. Her own cousin drugged him and allegedly SA him. Her own cousin. So, Chrisean, you ain't no blood to her. What you think? You was fresh meat, girl. You don't even know when you swimming in a tank of piranhas. You don't even know when you surrounded by sharks. You don't even know when there's wolves around you. Because everybody want to be the it girl. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to live this lifestyle that's not meant to be lived. And they don't tell the truth. See, we got to respect Blueface and Chrisean because we have never seen something so transparent in our life. None of these, and even they even everything, some of the things they do is stage, is play, is act. But they're transparent with their bull crap. All right. They're transparent regardless. So a lot of the stuff that these celebrities go through behind closed door, you don't see it. But you've seen it, you know what I'm saying, with Blueface and Chrisean because that's how they really got on, the domestics. So that was them. But you don't even know when you surrounded by sharks. She was doing this to her own cousin. Who are you? You're nobody to her. She's probably even mad at the fact that her man even requested you. Yeah, she probably wanted to be in your position, able to move around because see, from my understanding, she's selling all her stuff and she gone broke now. And he ain't giving her all that money no more. Y'all make sure y'all becoming subscribers and hit the like button as y'all come in. From like, it's just crazy because you will do this to your own people. Like you, Chrisean, I'm glad she decided not to do this. And shout out to Carissa because Carissa is one of the main reasons she fell back from them.
without his consent. Jones said that he tried to push her away and left the restroom, only to be followed by Miami's cousin, who then allegedly undressed and attempted to straddle him and have intercourse with him.
Another one of the cousins. What's going on in Young Miami family that they cousins is doing cousins? Like, what in the Jesus fix it? Why are you messing with your cousin? Why are you not only are you just drugging people, and not only are you saying people, but your own cousin at that? Like, that's weird. So you got to think about how she was coming up. This don't start now. She was with it. That's why she's with it. Attempted to straddle and have sex with him in front of Diddy's and others. This is what they do. What they perform. So that's what I'm saying. When y'all see them get on the internet and they ain't got no clothes on and they shaking and gyrating and they letting you see everything and they don't leave nothing to the imagination. These are the type of girls that do all of this freaky deaky stuff in front of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And to each their own, yo. To each their own, I guess. But
in front of
That's
Diddy and
nasty.
others. He also exposed Miami for receiving monthly payments from Diddy as a reward for servicing him girls for his parties. He
Yeah.
couldn't get any worse. Miami is now also being accused of transporting pink coke for Diddy, which she would usually bring to him on her private jet. This was revealed in that extended version of Lil Rod's lawsuit. Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would ensure the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to ex-workers. Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, Brendan Paul, and KK.
I think Chrisean ran it past Blueface. Hey, he want me to do this. They want me to do this. And he probably was like, hell no. Y'all hate to admit it, but Blueface always really looked out for Chrisean in her best interest. If it wasn't in her best interest, he won't with it. That's why when she was doing the stuff that she was doing, she'd be like, oh, I gotta sneak because Blueface don't even know I'm here. I'm not even supposed to be in here because Blueface don't even know I'm here because he wasn't with that stuff. If it was up to Chrisean, if it was up to Blueface, Chrisean wouldn't be in half the stuff that she be in. You understand what I'm saying? He not gonna stop her. I mean, now he stopped her, and I really don't get it because don't he owe thousands and thousands of dollars, and he telling them not to work and not produce music? I'm confused. Who gonna pay the bill? I guess he paid when he come home in July. But I feel as though Chrisean was hurt, and she wasn't with Blueface, y'all. She had definitely had jumped on this opportunity. Imagine if he was paying, if he paid the hotel. He paying these girls good. Would she say she come out and give her allowance, the young Miami? If y'all remember what she said, let me know in the comments. But she came out and said something, and it's a crazy number how much he was giving her to do what she do, recruit and deal drugs and be an SA worker. S worker. So like, oh boy,
would also be responsible for ensuring payment to ex-workers in cash. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' ex-workers and received a payment via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill, which outlined defendants' ongoing criminal operation. Once all this information started rolling in, Carissa decided to insert herself into it when she revealed on IG Live that Young Miami actually tried to recruit Chrisean to be an at Diddy's freak-offs. She said there was once
when she was dancing on her, y'all, she wasn't just dance. It wasn't just a girly dance. When she was doing all that stuff to her, it wasn't just, oh, girls is having fun. No, she was checking her temperature. She was trying to see if she was going to go. She offered this girl some money to be an S worker that night. So they've been getting her drunk. Telling her they passing around drugs. Ain't no telling, like, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling, y'all. They try to get her under the influence and then offer her what they wanted to do. They offered to try to make it her decision. And if she was her for cash, she would have took that opportunity. So thank God she wasn't her for cash at the time. Thank God she was still in love with Blueface. And thank God she didn't go to, because we would have been looking at Chrisean looking way different. We'd have been seeing what was going on with Cassie going on with her.
Time when Miami started to get real close with Chrisean and started taking her out all the time, but never really knew why. However, with everything that's come out about Diddy, she's now putting two and two together, and she believes that Miami was working on Diddy's orders to recruit Chrisean.
They was trying to recruit Chrisean. That's what Diddy and what's the girl Chrisean.
If y'all think she was trying to recruit her for Diddy, y'all let me know in the comments. Just hit a 1 or something. Y'all don't even gotta say yes or no. Y'all just hit a 1. Hit the like button. Subscribe. If you think Diddy was trying to recruit Chrisean through Young Miami,
Carissa.
Let me know if y'all think that Carissa was wrong when she said this. When y'all let me know, be honest. This one thing about me, I'm honest. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be honest. If y'all thought that Carissa was just out here chasing clout and just trying to hate on Chrisean for being at the party, just let me know. Like, or did y'all really feel like Carissa really was letting her know? Like, I believe they were trying to recruit that baby. Let me know. Do you think she was sincere, or you think she was hating?
trying to recruit Rock? Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast, and we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty, because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything.
And see, she probably was feeling like, oh, I'm that girl Diddy and Young Miami want me to come out here. They invited me. Like, she was probably thinking like it was something that she did. It was probably her thinking that, because at the time her and Blueface was going back and forth, she probably was thinking that, oh, he just feel bad for me. I'm not, he's showing me love. Everybody trying to drag me, but he's showing me love. Just like she said when it comes to what's his name, Lemuel, and she was like, he had yanked him up and was real protective, like, why you keep playing with her? She probably really thought that he had her best interest at heart when whole time he was just trying to recruit you, girl. Girl.
Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't. This podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything and everybody business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Because they kept calling her. Remember, pull up to the birthday party. Come over here and dance on Carissa. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby to be in on this. That makes you see what I'm saying? That's why I gotta have a podcast, because I gotta get on the table. Can't nobody get it on the table but my nosy. Okay, Tasha K ain't she.
At Factor, there's always new recipes. We have our great culinary team.
Your order is shipped directly to your door and is never.
That come with the thing. That come with it, y'all.
She over there making up. I know we gonna get to the bottom of on this podcast. Tell me if I'm lying. Go on over there and tell me if I'm lying. I'm telling you, they was trying to recruit that baby. They said, let's get her away from him.
Yep, let's get her away from Blueface. Let's get her away from her handler. Let's get her away from her protection. Let's get her away from Blueface. So then we can control her. The money it would have brought in. See, Chrisean, this really, really saved your life. You spared your life. Allegedly, some people don't even make it out of a contract alive with him. I'm telling you, yo, this could have went any kind of way. He could have got frustrated at her that she didn't want to participate in his little situation. But she was right. Let's get her away from Blueface. Let's show up as though we care for her. We got opportunities for her. We want her to come out and show love. Let's show her all the love we can show her. Because for Diddy's motto to be love, 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 I don't see that. I don't see that from him. But see, he was able to see her daddy issues. He was able to see her mommy issues. He was able to see her family issues, her drug issues, her relationship issues, her insecurity issues. Why? Because her life is all over the internet. Everybody talks about Chrisean. Even though Diddy is going on, everything that's going on with Diddy right now, Chrisean is still relevant. Even though, Joe Biden is looking at impeachment right now. He's on trial literally right now to be impeached. Everybody's worried about Chrisean still. So it's like, no matter what, even down to the small things, anything that Chrisean do, and she let us know that she doing, everybody gonna know about it. Let's think about social media. That's the thing about news. It don't take till the next day to get news. News is happening in real time right now, because you can just go live. She can just go live and that's news, and everybody's talking about it. So yeah, like, he watched her. He sat back and watched everything about her. He studied her. He seen, where he could show up as her knight in shining armor. But I'm glad it didn't work because she had already put a spell on Blueface. And we're going to get into that.
That's what they was doing. We're going to put a couple pounds on her and have her fly. They ain't going to never suspect her.
Damn, that was makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
She was in the traffic. Let's put her on the plane. She gonna be thinking, oh yeah. Cause see, they could have actually like not even told her that's what she was doing. They could have been like, yo, we gonna have a plane come get you. All you gotta do is get on the plane. They could have had the drugs on the plane when she got on it. But she would have been easy because young and she don't think before she do stuff. She just do it. She really rational. And so you take advantage of people like that.
he grabbed him and he said,
Young people who don't have too many people in their corner. So the abuser don't seem too bad because you never had nobody. So they'll come in and they'll shower you and they'll make you seem like you're all that they need. They'll give you all the attention that you want. And then they begin to slowly starve you, slowly start pulling back, slowly start disrespecting you, slowly start doing all that stuff. But that's just how they do. They went in with that mindset anyways.
what did he say? He said,
and the crazy part is, Diddy probably didn't even want Chrisean for him. He probably wanted her to do the type of stuff he had Cassie doing with everybody else while he just watched. He really wanted to trick her out. He did. He wanted to trick her out and use her for drug trafficking.
Love her, or she needs love. All she needs
See,
is love.
all she needs
is love. Now, how about that? We're gonna explore all the possibilities.
Initially, people thought Carissa was just trying to clout chase and get some attention from this whole mess since she said she was going to be getting into it on her podcast. But it didn't take long for people to dig out the receipts that proved that Miami was on the hunt for Chrisean. People found a video of Chrisean at one of Diddy's parties where he kept leaning over and kissing her face. Chrisean looked very visibly uncomfortable and confused, so she tried to smoothly move back, but he was holding her very strong. In the same video, you can see her throwing it back at Carissa, and they both seductively dance together. She said Diddy invited her and Lamel to his private room.
We'll run it back to y'all if y'all missed that part.
Together. As if this wasn't weird enough, there's also this video from January where Chrisean was narrating the time that Diddy jacked up the producer of Baddies, Lamel Plummer. She said Diddy invited her and Lamel to his private room, which was behind his actual house.
So he invited her into a personal space so you can get comfortable here. Not only do he invite her into the space, but then he put hands on your protection that you came with. So now you're alone. Peep game, yo.
This is the place where a lot of the secret things happen, so no phone was allowed in, and Lamel wasn't allowed to bring security. Chrisean said that as soon as she and Lamel got inside, Diddy was immediately aggressive off rip and grabbed Lamel by his collar. Apparently, Diddy was upset at Lamel because he was underpaying Chrisean for being on Baddies. Now, I was at first confused as hell when I heard.
See, we should have listened to the one where Chrisean is telling me. Because he leave her. Ain't no telling what he could have did. Ain't no phone in there. Ain't no security. Ain't no telling what he would have did to you, Chrisean. And then they'd have been like, oh, she drunk, she high. They could have done away with you for the night. And you would have never knew what happened to you.
This because what does her being underpaid by Lamel have to do with Diddy? However, considering the fact that Diddy was just trying to get Chrisean to become one of his little people think this was just a stunt by Diddy to make Chrisean feel like she was safe in his hands. But Chrisean also said after that day, she and Lamel started having problems, but he did start to pay her better.
So I set a price. I said 200,000. You said 100. I said 150. I'm not going underneath that because what? I'm about to.
See, this is the thing though.
Behind the because he had.
This is the thing. If here go the money issue. We got him, Linnea, playing with your money right now, right? We know he playing with you when it comes to your money. We know you had a baby. We know you trying to move forward. We know you looking for opportunities outside of Blueface right now. So we bring in the person that got a problem. You got a problem with for real because they playing with your money. I'm gonna rough him up and let him know don't play with her. So now Chrisean looking at him like, oh, he effed him up about me. He don't play about me. Cause stop playing about me. Like in whole time, honey, you don't even know this is him manipulating you into thinking that he has your best interest at heart when he want to do worse.
He had a house behind his house. Like he had a backyard with his backyard with a fat bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't bring his security. He went in like a little no security, so it's just me and Lemmy. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up in there. We go upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You met Chrisean. You gave her kisses on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just wanted to follow up. I'm glad that you Sean. And then he grabbed Lemmy.
Follow up on what? You kissed her earlier in the party. We just wanted to follow up. Follow up on what? Y'all, he invited y'all to his private space. So what the hell is y'all following up on?
By his neck. It was like, but do you with her? Like, don't play with her. All she needs is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her.
So as y'all can see, Diddy and Miami were really working overtime to recruit Chrisean, but it never worked out. Chrisean,
he's seeing that all she needs is love. He probably was watching her go through all this stuff with Blueface and her family and her fans, and he thinking like, yo, all she needs is love. So that's why he said that. All she needs is love.
just isn't as naive as they thought she was. As if this wasn't already disturbing enough, the rumors are now going around that the reason why Diddy even had his eyes set on Chrisean in the first place was because Lamel had been servicing some of the girls from baddies to rich men, including Diddy, in exchange for money.
And that's why I said it wasn't just Young Miami. I'm going to take y'all back. Remember, listen to what she said.
First place was because Lamel had been servicing some of the girls from baddies to rich men, including Diddy, in exchange for money. This isn't the first time these rumors have come up, but judging this entire situation with Chrisean, it looks like there's some truth to it. People even claim some of these girls get sent off to Africa to do freaky stuff with some of these politicians.
Like Scotty, like who was that other girl? Like Scotty. Who's that girl? What was her name? That was going the little tiny one. Oh my God, I can't think of her name. And they was going to fight. And they kept fighting. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. Well, they was on there. But let me share this with y'all. Because what she's saying, I just showed y'all. That. Remember I said, isn't something how they walked her over to Young Miami? So they was already dancing on each other. Now watch when she's with Lemuel. Now watch what they do. They walk her right back over to Young Miami. Because he had already told her, and I'm going to say allegedly, that she was for the cause. Because the rest of the girls was for the cause. And he probably thought that Diddy was going to want one of the other girls, the regular girls, the normal girls that everybody else had. But he said, I want Chrisean. Make it happen.
With Chrisean, it looks like there's some truth to it. People even claim some of these girls get sent off to Africa to do freaky stuff with some of these politicians. Now, as usual, people have their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said, that's what I've been saying. Diddy used to work side by side with Lemmy. Lemmy used baddies cats for trafficking and smuggling. And a few months ago, Diddy pulled away from Zeus Network and Nick Cannon was the replacement. So Lemmy won't be behind bars. Another person said, now that I've read up on all this Diddy stuff, I knew it was a reason my stomach turned when I seen him complimenting Chrisean and all in her ear at that event. But now I want to know your thoughts.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Look at Lemieux push her in that direction. Wash his hand to push them in Young Miami's direction and leave her. They already do. That's why I say it wasn't just Young Miami. Yeah, we gonna hold her accountable because she do it too. But I feel as though a lot of people was there to make sure it happened. All right. A lot of people were there to make sure it happened, to make sure he got his way. Now look at this. How does a narcissist choose their target? Okay. This is Dr. Romney.
Does a narcissist choose who to target?
Mm-hmm. The way narcissists choose how to target, it varies. But one thing that I can definitely identify for you patterns, of what makes a person more vulnerable to it. But in terms of what the narcissist targets, number one, they target someone who stick around long enough. A lot of people, like someone like me,
someone who stick around long enough. Did Blueface and Chrisean not overdo their relationship? Like, it was at the point that they hated each other. For real.
Come and talk to me and you're a narcissist, I'm literally going to step away from the conversation. I have got my whole list of excuses. Bathroom, my kid needs to be picked up. My kids are old enough to drive. I still use it as an excuse, but I need to get myself out, and then they've lost me. I'm not going to go back. Most people have better manners than me, so they keep talking to them. Another thing narcissists do is they tell their sad tale of woe very early in a relationship. I was abused. I was traumatized. All these terrible things happened to me. I didn't get a fair.
Everybody knows this about Chrisean because it's all out there, right?
Their start in life. Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And if they meet someone who's a rescuer, they may often say, oh, I want to rescue this person. They've had such a hard life. They deserve to be loved. First of all, it makes you wonder what this person's boundaries are about, that they're making such big personal traumatic revelations to you before the coffee is served at the end of the meal. It sometimes can often feel more like a manipulation. So they look for people who stick around, who listen, who buy their story. They also look for people who they also value for some other reason. People who are incredibly beautiful, attractive, wealthy, have great bodies, powerful, have status, have some form of celebrity, something that makes them valuable. That's definitely something else that narcissists are drawn to as well.
So that's one of the things that meant, he probably looked at because he's seen her wealth, he's seen her pretty body, he's seen that she was willing to stick around, he's seen all these things. And so that's what attracted him. It was an easy target, all right? And so I'm about to bring this up here because I had said the reason why she wasn't easily falling for Diddy's trap is because she already had put a spell on Blueface. And so this is a story, and I'm not sure if it's a made-up story or what, but we're going to go through this story, and it tells about what happens when you put a love spell on a narcissist. Because what we've seen from Chrisean when she did that whole blood situation, believe there was more things done behind the scenes as well to try to keep him. And that's why we seen that Blueface couldn't just leave Chrisean alone, even though he wanted to. He would draw boundaries between him and her. He would, cut her off, but then she would just find her way back into his life. And I really believe that she had put a spell on him. And so I watched this yesterday, and the only person that I could think about was Chrisean Rock. And she needs to be careful. So you ever hit that like button, guys, so that she might, one day see this video and hope this don't be her. Okay.
Because I don't know. She's claiming that her friend that she worked with put a love spell on a guy that she was, I guess, dating at the time, or passively dating, and she ended up unaliving her. He ended up unaliving her because of the love spell that she put on him. Have you ever heard of something like this? Check out this video. You might want to save it for later, so just share it to your page because it's a quite long video. It's about 3 parts. I got them all, so check it out.
Y'all imagine casting a love spell on a fucking narcissist and this man end up unaliving you. So y'all, I'm finna give y'all a story time on how this girl ended up losing her life all because she wanted this man to fall in love with her. So first thing first, they worked at the same facility together or whatever. And the girl had just started, I think the man, he was there for like probably 2 or 3 years or whatever. So when she came, they placed her in the department with him or whatever. So I guess he was her like trainer. They was like machine operators or whatever. So he was her trainer. He was showing her how to do the ropes and stuff like that to work in the machine. So, you know, as time go on, you know what I'm saying, they chilling. Y'all know how it is when you in a set with a man and stuff like that, and then you end up talking to the man and yada, 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 and you go from there. But from the get-go, I don't think the man was looking for no relationship, and I don't think the girl was looking for no relationship either. But somehow she ended up catching feelings for him, and he was only trying to... So after months and months of them talking or whatever, she came to him and she was just like, you know, I want to pursue a relationship. Like, where we stand at this point, because we've been talking for a long time. We done messed around, you know, we did this, we did that. So, like, what's up? So I don't think he was feeling a relationship. I think he was like in and out with his baby mama or whatever situation he had going on the side. But I know he wasn't really into her. He was just trying to mess around with the girl. And then, y'all, he used to try to, like, manipulate this girl. He used to, like, lead her on, love bomb her. You know, it was... This girl could not fucking get over him.
Don't
Feeling a relationship, I think he was like in and out with his baby.
Don't that sound just like Blueface and Chrisean Rock? The in and out, back and forth with the baby mama, want you, don't want you, then love bomb you. Don't that sound like Blueface, Chrisean Rock?
Mama or whatever situation he had going on the side. But I know he wasn't really into her. He was just trying to mess around with the girl. And then, y'all, he used to try to, like, manipulate this girl. He used to, like, lead her on, love bomb her. You know, it was always one-sided with him. So she was just like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of playing games with you. So she laid her foot down. Basically, she was just like, you know, it is what it is. If we're going to be together, we're going to be together. We're not, to just leave it the fuck alone. But somehow, I don't know, this girl could not fucking get over him. And then what's so crazy is this man knew that this girl felt some type of way, and he just wouldn't leave her alone for shit. Like, if you don't like the girl, you don't want to fuck with the girl, why you want to just leave her alone? That's what I didn't understand. So then, y'all, they stopped talking for like a minute. Probably like, I ain't gonna say a minute. They probably stopped talking for like a week or two. And they working in the same set, but they wasn't talking. Like, at this point, she know what she doing and stuff like that, so she don't have to talk to him. So, you know, somehow they end up talking. I think he ended up texting her or whatever. I don't know. But somehow they end up talking, start back talking or whatever. And you know, it was like on the same shit. Like, it's like they never fucking left off. The conversation picked up as if they never got into it. They never had the conversation about her trying to pursue a relationship. None of that. They just picked up where it left off, and she never did bring it back up or nothing like that for a long time. So then months and months go by, they back messing around, they back, you know, flirting and all this other stuff. And then she brings up that she want a relationship again. And he just like, at this point, like, you know, I'm tired of you sitting up here every few weeks or whatever, you bringing up relationship and all this stuff like that. But he never did come direct and say, I don't want a relationship. He never did say, you know, I don't look at you like that. He never did say none of that. He led that girl on.
But see, the difference between Chrisean Rock and Blueface, he let her know, I don't want you. So how is it now, after she did the magic on him, he couldn't leave her alone? Because this sounds like Blueface. Back and forth with his baby mom. Not really want to be with you. Dogging you out, but love bombing you. Back and forth in and out your life. Don't really want a relationship. Telling you they don't want a relationship. But then you don't do magic. How is it that it goes from that to he literally walked away from his whole family? He literally fought his family, walked away from his whole family, threatened to disown his whole family over Chrisean Rock. Why do y'all think that is? Y'all let me know in the comment. Why do y'all think that is?
The whole time thinking that, okay, it's a possible chance that we can be together, but he never did tell her. Like, he was indirect. Y'all know how narcissist is. So y'all, as time going on or whatever, you know, she was just like, okay, you know, they had started, like, I don't know, it's like they would talk and stuff like that, and they would get into it about the smallest shit. And I just feel like, sis, if y'all get into it about the smallest shit, that should tell you this man is not for you. Like, God is not gonna force nothing at all.
Who that sound like? And y'all listen to this. Who it sound like? Chrisean Blueface. The smallest little things. And she busts him upside his head, and he upside her head. And
but obviously she wanted to force it. So they stopped talking for like a month. But she couldn't get over this man for nothing. She kept thinking about him, you know, and it's kind of hard when you working with this person, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand that point. But she working with the man side by side every day. She have to look at this man that she didn't fell in love with, and this man don't look at her the same. After he done strung her along, he done love bombed her, he done told her this, told her that, and now y'all at this point. So y'all, one day, I don't know, something came across her news feed where it was like, I don't know, y'all know when y'all in a broken-hearted relationship and all this other shit that's like relatable to your situation start showing up on your news feed, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, it starts showing up on your news feed. She came across this little love spell, you know, how to get your man and all that. And maybe she was Googling this shit. She probably was Googling this shit. I wouldn't be surprised if she was.
Where y'all think Chrisean got this idea from? Where y'all think Chrisean got this idea to write in blood that she loves Blueface? Where do you think she got that idea? And do y'all think that's the only type of blood magic she was doing? Y'all let me know. Get back to the video.
So y'all, this girl started doing her research on love spells. She was like, trying to see, like, you know, what could happen, you know, how crazy would people go behind a love spell. She just started doing her research about love spells or whatever. She got on TikTok. I think she watched a couple videos. I know she watched a couple videos because a couple of them she shared. So she started watching videos about, you know, the love spell and all this stuff like that. And y'all, every video that I saw that girl had watched or she shared or whatever, y'all, they was basically saying, like, don't do that. People have unalived their partner and this and that, you know, it's not that serious, all this stuff like that. But the girl was curious. She was curious as hell. That's why y'all got to be careful what the fuck y'all do and who the fuck y'all trying to attach to y'all. Because, baby, this shit is not no damn joke. But anyways, so she ended up doing it, y'all.
But for Blueface to say, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you. She do some magic with her blood, and y'all say he want her. He can't leave her alone. And y'all claiming they're soulmates. No, they got a soul tied, like, because she does some kind of magic on him. It's no way. No way, y'all.
She ended up doing it one night, and I think she was like, she didn't have no results the second or third night or whatever. Like a few nights she didn't have no results or whatever. So she was just like, fuck it, you know, she didn't believe in it. But then this man texted her out the blue. He texted her out the blue, and he was just like, I miss you. And he used it, then texted, so she was like, damn, okay, you know, he, you know, she didn't really think of the love spell either, y'all. She thought that it was just like a coincidence or some shit. Like he just, you know, he just texted her because, like I said, y'all, they was on and off all the time. So she just looked at it like it was a normal routine with him. So y'all, you know, they talking, everything going smooth and stuff like that, you know, for like a week or two. And then he just got to accuse her. Like I said, they work at the same facility or wherever. So he got.
All right. Now he got to accusing her of talking to other men. Now y'all remember Blueface got to accusing her of having sex with the baby, with Offset, with all these different people. If she talked to them, she was in their face, it was a problem. Check the similarities between this girl's story and what's going on with Blueface and Chrisean. What has going on with them over time?
Accusing her, like every time she would talk to another guy or whatever, or somebody would say hey to her, he was like, damn, you in everybody's face. Like he would just like make little smart ass comments, but he wasn't really just throwing himself out there to show that he's like he's jealous or something. I don't know. There's probably another terminology I could have used, but yeah, y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But anyways, she was like explaining to him, she like, you know, she kind of like, why you checking me? You ain't even my dude. Then when I tried to ask you about a relationship and stuff like that, you didn't even want a relationship and all this stuff like that. Mind y'all, I don't think this girl realized that love spell that she put on that man, it actually freaking worked. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to make part 2 because I'm on my break and I gotta go back in. Imagine casting a love spell on a narcissist and he unalives you. Part 2. Now, first thing first, before I even start, I just want to say a lot of y'all in the comments talking about, oh, she got what she deserved and all this stuff like that. I agree. She shouldn't have did it, but I don't agree that she got what she deserved because no person deserves to be unalived by another person. I feel like they both was in the wrong. She shouldn't have did what she did to him and he shouldn't have killed her. This girl got 2 kids. Y'all got to understand her youngest kid is 3. And her oldest is 5. And for the ones that saying that maybe he put the love spell on her first, I do agree. I completely agree. Because for some reason, she mentioned that she couldn't get over this man for nothing. No matter what she did, like she stopped talking to him, she was talking to other people, she couldn't get over this man for nothing.
Who that sound like? She couldn't get over him for nothing. She tried to move on with K Suave. She tried to go back with her ex. She couldn't move on from Blueface for nothing. And she even said it out her own mouth. We can't stop messing with each other. We can't stop dealing with each other because she did some magic.
Nothing. So 9 times out of 10, that sound like she was under the love spell too. She just kept saying that she kept thinking about him. She was having dreams about him. Like it was all the signs of, her being under a love spell. Okay, let's finish the story. So, okay, like I said, they was at work or whatever. She was talking to this dude. I think this dude spoke to her. He was asking her something about the job. I don't know what they was talking about, but he came to her and he was like, damn, you in everybody's face. And, she kind of brushed it off. She laughed and all this stuff like that. She was like, I thought you said you didn't want to pursue no relationship and stuff like that. Why you questioning me about who I'm talking to and all this stuff like that? Mind y'all, the way the girl was acting, you can kind of tell that she had forgot. I ain't going to say she forgot about the love spell, but she probably felt like the love spell didn't work because, like I said, they was on and off, So 9 times out of 10, she probably looked at it like, he just probably checking in like he always do. So they go to their department or whatever, and he came up to her and he was asking her, like, what you and old dude was talking about, what y'all had going on. She was like, nothing, we weren't really talking about nothing and stuff like that. She didn't really go further detail about what they talking about. She just said nothing to him, and he walked away. So she said when she looked up, he was giving her like an evil look. He was giving her like a real evil look, and it kind of scared her. So she went down there and she asked him, like, why you looking at me? She was in a playful mode. She didn't like... she didn't think nothing of it, y'all. She didn't think nothing of it. She didn't think that I don't think she thought that the love spell worked, like I said. So he was just like, when she went down there and asked him why he was looking at her like that or whatever, he was like, why was you in dude's face? That's what I'm trying to understand. You ain't really asked me. You said it was nothing, but I'm trying to understand why you was in his face. And she saying the same stuff, like, why you questioning me and all this stuff like that. And he was just like, don't worry about it, whatever. So they had stopped talking. They left work. He texted her and he was like, you better not be talking to that dude that you was talking to at work. And she was like, that's crazy. And y'all, what's crazy? The girl, I don't know what's wrong with her, but she asked him again about a freaking relationship. And he now one thing about it,
they try to force somebody into a relationship. That's basically what she like done to Blueface, was like force him into being with her. Like
the love spell, I don't know how the love spell works, but he still didn't want to pursue a relationship with her. But it's like he was like obsessed with her. He was trying to control her. He didn't want her talking to nobody else type stuff. So she goes home. Both of them go home or whatever. It's the end of the day. They go home, and she said bye to him, and he didn't say nothing to her. He didn't say nothing to her. He looking at her, crazy and shit. Like he basically was in zombie mode. I don't know how that shit go, y'all, but that shit is demonic as hell. It's like, I don't know, he changed his whole face structure and stuff like that when he saw her. Like, he would be having a conversation talking to somebody else, but it's like as soon as he laid eyes on her, it's like he would get...
Who that sound like? Blueface would be cool with everybody else. When they come to Chrisean Rock, it's something changed in him. He starts acting different. Like, I'm telling y'all, when she put that on the wall, she did more than that, y'all.
Get in demonic mode. Like, he would just be so evil looking towards her. And she was like, she just didn't understand. So when she got home, she texted him and she was asking him, like, what all that was about with you questioning me and you looking at me like that and all this stuff like that. And he was just telling her, like, don't worry about it. You will see real soon. Y'all, and I don't want to get emotional telling the story because the shit finna get deep as fuck. So y'all, at this point, they, like I said, they at home. They had went home or whatever. And I think they was out for the next 3 days. They was out for either the next 3 days or the next 4 days or whatever. I don't know. But he texted her and he asked her if he could see her that night. And she was like, yeah, come over and all that stuff like that. And she happy, she not thinking nothing of it, y'all. You could tell this her first time doing some shit like this because she wasn't really playing her cards right. She wasn't cautious about nothing. So he came to her house, he's sitting on the couch, they talking, she offered him a drink and both of them smoke or whatever. She offered him to smoke. And he was like, nah, I don't want none of this shit. It's like he was just evil. It's like he wanted to be in her presence, but it's like he had hate towards her or something. I don't know. It's crazy. But y'all, she said she was sitting on the couch when she offered him to drink and when she offered him to smoke with her. And y'all, he just got up and choked her. He choked her, and he was just like looking dead in her eyes. The same evil look he gave her at work.
My bad.
And when he was choking her, he was just like, "You better not give my shit away. You better not give my shit away to nobody." And she was just like, "What?"
And what's one of the most things that she would say? I ain't giving his stuff away. Talking about her cootie cat. That's one of the main things she says. She ain't giving his cat away. He don't really want to be with her, but you ain't give that cat away either. Who? If y'all see the similarities, please let me know in the comments and tell me hope I'm not tripping. Because if we could prevent her from going through what this other girl went through, like, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that.
What the fuck is you talking about? Like, you hurt me and stuff like that. Like, get off of me, bro. You hurt me. And he just started laughing. And he went back to his normal self. Y'all. And he just was looking confused. She said he was looking confused. Like, he wasn't even aware of what he just did to her. So she had made up some excuse about her having to do something or whatever, to the point where he had to leave or something like that. I don't know. I think she said she had to go pick up her child or something. I don't know. But he ended up leaving or whatever. And he texted her and he apologized to her about what he did. He was like, "I'm sorry, I got too aggressive with you and all this stuff like that. So I want to let you know that I apologize." She was like, "Oh, it's okay," and stuff like that. She thought that she was sweet. She thought like, "Oh, okay, he protective of me, or he just crazy about me, I don't know." But y'all, okay, so the way her house is set up, y'all, she keep her blinds open. She said she keep her blinds open all the time. She sit on the couch, she smoke, she drink, and she just sit on the couch and she vibe and stuff like that. She said for some reason she looking out the window and he passes by. And then she didn't really say nothing. She didn't think nothing of it because she's like, in her head, she's like, that could have been anybody. That could have been anybody. So I'm not just going to say that was him. That's in the back of her head. She thinking that. She didn't say that out loud, but she thinking that in the back of her head, like that could have been anybody. So then he comes back around, but this time he's blowing his horn. He blowing his horn hard as fuck. And she's just like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on and shit like that. So she calls him. She like, did you just pass by my house? And all this stuff like that. And he just get the clicking on her like, yeah, bitch, it better not be nobody in there and all that stuff like that. I'm going to come upstairs and beat that door down and beat you down and this and that. He just was threatening her left and right. It's like he would get aggressive with her and then he'll come back too. And he'll just be nice. Y'all, this shit is crazy as fuck. Like, this shit's scary. I'm trying not to cry and all this stuff like that because, baby, it gets deep. This man was in this girl bushes waiting on her. Like, he was in her bushes, under her steps, under her car, behind the fucking trash can. Y'all, it got so crazy. Like, he didn't even recognize himself, I don't think, because...
Y'all remember when Blueface kept showing up prior to stealing JR? Blueface would show up to wherever Chrisean was at, and she didn't know nothing that he was even coming.
It's like it was like a switch. 1 minute he was like real aggressive with her. Then the next minute he like, damn, I apologize for what I did. I don't know what came over me and all this stuff like that. That damn love spell. But anyways, I know y'all tired of these parts, but bitch, I'm at work and I ain't losing my job for now one of you hoes. Anyways, I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna make part 3 a little later, probably when I get back on my break. So at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna make part 3. Tune in. Alrighty, this is part 3 of casting a love spell on a narcissist and he unalives you. Okay, first thing first, if you haven't watched part 1, if you haven't watched part 2, I advise you to go do so you won't be confused on this story. Okay, so I believe we left off at the part where he pulled up to her house and he was blowing his horn and stuff like that, and then he called her, texted her and stuff like that, threatening her, talking about if he catch somebody in her house, he was going to pew-poo her and he was going to pew-poo whoever he called in the house. So y'all, at this point, this girl is scared. Why she didn't call the police right then, I don't know. But she was scared because she came to work the next day and she told me, she was like, if something ever happened to me, just know that man is the one that did it to me. And as she was telling me everything that was going on, y'all, I told her she should go and talk to the police. I did. I told her she should go talk to the police. But she told me she didn't know if he was just talking or if he was just trying to scare her or what. But I left it at that because at the end of the day, she's a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? People going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. Like, I advised her to go to the police. She didn't want to go to the police. It was what it was. So, y'all, it was the same routine with him. He would do something crazy or say something crazy to her, and then he'll come back and apologize. But at this point, she wasn't going for it. At this point, she's, like, fed up because she see that it's a constant cycle with him. So y'all, we get to work and they walking beside each other. I don't know if they had a conversation. She didn't tell me that they had no conversation or nothing like that, but she was walking beside him, y'all. The girl looked scared. He looked mad as hell. It was just, I don't know. They face expressions was like they had just got into it or something, but she didn't tell me that part, so I can't tell you on that part. So y'all, we ended up exchanging numbers that day. The day that she told me she was scared and she felt like he was gonna hurt her, we ended up exchanging numbers. Okay, so I don't know exactly what day this was, but it had to be the day that we was off because it was like 3 a.m. She woke up because she heard some noise at her door. She didn't think nothing of it, so she didn't go to the door. She didn't ask who is it. She didn't like do nothing, but she knows she heard some noise at her door or whatever. So y'all, she tell me she was about to take her daughter to school, and this man was laying in front of her door. He didn't knock, he didn't call, he didn't text. Y'all know usually he would text and be like, "Can I come over?" or or something like that, or he'll either threaten her or something. But at this point, he popping up, not saying shit at this point. So she getting scared because it's like she don't know when he gonna pop out. You know what I'm saying? For him to be laying in front of her front door, he don't care who see her. Like this girl got neighbors, so she know that it was like a problem. Like she knew it was something serious. So she asked him, like as she was walking out the house, she was like, "What are you doing? Why are you here? When did you get here?" And he was acting as if he didn't even know that he was at her house. Like he was acting like he was confused, like he didn't know what was going on. And she was just like, "Girl, it scared me because his face expression, you can tell his face expression was like, damn, I didn't even know I came over here. Like, what the fuck am I doing here?" So, like I said, we exchanged numbers. So she told me this over the phone. And y'all, I'm telling this girl, I said, call the police. I said, girl, for him to be showing up at your house, that's something serious. Like, you need to call the police. I don't know what she was waiting on, y'all. Honestly, I don't know what this girl was waiting on because it's so many signs that he was showing her that he's not there no more. He's not there. Like, I don't know, y'all. That spell took over that man. He was a whole different person. Like, she said he was never acting like this at first.
Is that why we seen Blueface showing up how he was showing when it came to Sean? I feel like he let her slide with a whole lot of stuff. He didn't just like jump to just back her up. Like it was just like, okay, you out of control, I'm put you in your place type of thing. But like, is that why we kind of seen that behavior change in him? Like where they was always fighting because he was doing magic. Chrisean already came in with a plan from the beginning, but like when did she start doing magic and how we seen that. That's something that we seen because he let us see it. But how much before that was she already doing magic? And is the magic why he couldn't leave her alone? And is the magic why they constantly kept fighting? Because he knew he didn't want to be with her, but he also knew that he couldn't leave her alone. Is that why he was getting frustrated?
First, never. And I asked her about the love spell. And she had forgotten that she even put that damn love spell. She did it. She was like, damn, I didn't know that shit had worked. And I'm just like, girl, you did that love spell on that man. That's probably why he acted the way he acted. And she was asking me what she needed to do and all that stuff like that. We both was doing our research. I was trying to help her research some shit, but when I did my research, they basically saying like you have to call a psychic or something like that, where somebody have to put some herbs and stuff together. I don't know. It was just a whole lot of stuff. It was a phone number on there that she was trying to get in contact with or whatever, but they wanted her to pay and she didn't want to do that. So she just let it go home. So anyways, at this point, he's at her front door, just now waking up, looking confused as hell. So y'all, she telling him, you gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta take my kids to school. Like, what are you doing at my house? She said he didn't say nothing to her. He just walked off. He walked off. He got in his car and he left. She called him and asked him what was that about. He apologized again like he always did. He sent her a long ass message. I'm gonna read that message to y'all because she sent it to me right before she passed away. The message does have her name in it. I would not be saying her name for privacy purposes.
Question. Y'all remember when Blueface went and took JR? He found out that Chrisean wasn't at home. JR was with Marsh. He ended up going to the house, taking JR, basically beating on Marsh behind JR. Do y'all think that it was because he was jealous? Because at this time him and Jaden was at home good. Do you think that it's because he was jealous? Or do you think that something literally came over him because of the magic that she had put on him? But do you think that it was jealousy or the magic?
I don't know, because her family probably don't even want this information out. That's why I'm not really just telling nobody who it is, because I don't know. The family might not want that out. So yeah. Let me go get my tablet and I'm gonna read y'all the message. Okay, so he texted her and he was like, I do apologize for how I've been acting lately. I know I've been acting obsessive and possessive over you. I don't know what's coming over my body, but it's like my mindset is different. I don't know. I look at you different. I don't really know what's going on with me, but I just want you to know that I do apologize and I will seek help. That's what he texted her. She texted him and told him that she put a love spell on him. And that's probably the reason that he's acting crazy.
Mm.
And the moment she said that, it triggered him. It triggered him again. He came to her house. He knocked on her door.
Do y'all think that Blueface would knowingly stay with Chrisean if he knew she put magic on him? Do y'all think that when he seen her write that stuff in BLOOD, do y'all think he thought that she was doing magic on him? Do y'all think that this came across his mind? Do y'all think that he thinks about these things, that she actually put magic on him? Do y'all think that if she did and he found out, that he would go to the extremes of like what this man's about to do to this other young lady? Y'all let me know.
She didn't answer because she was not there. She was on her way to pick up her kids. When she came back, her and her kids was getting out the car. This man walked up to her and said, "A love spell, huh?" This is what the neighbors said. The neighbors said that they heard him say, "A love spell, huh?" And then pew, 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 pew. That was the end of her. And now.
All right, if you stuck around for all 3 parts, let me know in the comment section. What do you think? After hearing this whole story, this is crazy. If this is true, I'm not saying she's lying because I don't know if it's true or not.
Is that why y'all think Blueface can't leave her alone? She did something like that. Let's let this get through this commercial. Is that why y'all think Blueface can't leave her alone? Because the magic. And when we say magic, somebody's talking to you is spell work. Okay? Somebody manipulating you, that's magic. Okay? There's other extremes that witches go to where they do other stuff like binding and love spells and different kind of spells and stuff, but everyday things could be simpled out to magic. But this type of stuff that Chrisean did was foul. Like, it was foul. All right, so this is magic. Writing his name, "I love you, Blue," and what it is, that's nasty. That's magic.
Inside his car in her blood.
I ain't gonna play that because I got more music in it. But I mean, this is her blood. Like, so this is the conversation. "Daddy, Blue, you had my location, but where are you? Why can't I come where you at? I'm ducked up. Like, well, I'm effed up. What the F? You acting like daddy. What the F? We ain't family. Daddy." Now this the manipulation. We ain't family. This the manipulation. This is magic. This is considered magic as well. Okay? When you manipulate somebody. I don't even want to give it another chance to play another ad. If that's what I was planning to do. Alright. It's weird. Hello, pick up. Cool. I hate you. Y'all went from family to hating him real quick. And when somebody say they hate you, don't take that lightly. That's their true feelings. When they don't get what they want from you and they start telling their true feelings, she really don't like him. Hence her setting him up, putting her hands on them, all kind of stuff. Chrisean was always the aggressor. And a lot of people going to try to get in my comments. She was always the aggressor. Period. Except when we seen that girl fight her. When that girl approached her first. That's the only time she wasn't the aggressor. But what y'all think? Do y'all think she put a spell on her? I mean, she put a spell on him? and that's why they can't leave each other alone. And is this the only reason why she was able to duck Diddy? Because she had already been in a soul commitment with Blueface? Y'all let me know. Y'all think she dodged a bullet? Because I do. I sure do. Let me check my comments before we get up off of here. I'm about to roll out Flash Wardies. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. Make sure I hit the make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, hit the notification bell, all the good stuff. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone. I'm off this.